Journalists and broadcasters are two very important ingredients to the soccer world. We spent some time with SuperSport presenter Thato Mogoeng, as well as the Breakfast with Thomas team to get a behind-the-scenes look at their world and their lowdown on Sundowns.
Before welcoming West Brom to Stamford Bridge, first game kicks off on the 13th of August. Thato Mogoeng, our famous sports.
It's very important not to be biased in sports journalism because people can see it, whether you like it or not. They actually can really see which team you favor. But it's also very important because my job is to tell the people out there what's going on behind those closed doors at those clubs. And I'm the one who has to tell it to them as clean as possible and as truthful and objective as I can. It's one of those things where it's a relationship. It's a win-win relationship for both. The teams and for the media, we need the teams to give us the stories and the teams need us to actually take the stories out there.
I'm passionate about radio, period. Doesn't matter what radio station it is, I just love radio.
So, Thomas, what's it like working with Thato?
It's a different dynamic because we used to have a guy called Duran that works on the show, doing the sports. Now we've got Thato. And in the beginning we were like, oh, does she really know sports? Because as guys, we question ladies with sports, you know? And she's passionate about soccer.
There's no difference whatsoever, just like a female nurse and a male nurse, female sports journalist and a male sports journalist, really the same. Journalists are journalists, I think. And sports is sports. You like it, you either don't like it.
And what are you liking about the PSL at the moment?
I thank God that SuperSport started broadcasting football games because it started looking beautiful. I've always believed that we've got the skill. It just wasn't being broadcast nicely. And then SuperSport came, 15 cameras at a game.
Your favorite Sundowns moment?
My favorite Sundowns game has to definitely be the Ajax game. That was a very, very nice game because I like the fact that Sundowns came back. It looked like they were down and out 4-1, but they came back and they proved to everyone that we're not down and out. And I think that's also the game that signals the return of Sundowns. That was the game that said to everybody else, don't count them out. They are still in the league to actually win it. So that was a very exciting game and I really, really loved their comeback. It was absolutely amazing.
Which Sundowns players are key for you?
Franklin Kell has this thing, when he comes onto the field, he's like a power shot into the game. He's like that injection that you always need. He's always just there lurking on the sidelines, waiting to actually find the back of the net. And when he finds the back of the net, it's always going to be a scorcher of a goal. Nyasha has got this thing about him. It's a smile, you know.
That boy's dangerous, yeah.
And the innocence in Nyasha, but then that's the thing. Don't underestimate him. When he comes in front of the goalpost, watch out.
It's his pace, man. It's his balance. Like the way he turns. He scares me every time he goes on.
And the nice thing about Nyasha is that there are games where he will score a treble. There are games where he'll score a brace. There are games where he score one goal. But he makes sure that every single game he puts in heart and his soul into it. And you can actually see that that guy actually wants to play in the PSL. He wants to be here. So it's very nice to see such passion in Nyasha and see how well he does in football.
Picks out Dominguez. That is 2-0. And that is Mamelodi Sundowns still alive in the championship.
2010-2011 season has been by far the most exciting that I can remember. The log has never looked like that. Watching so many games at the same time, seeing the log actually change as you're watching the games.
Next season is going to be very interesting. It's going to be a very close race to the title. I'm talking about the title now, not specific competitions, because I think that's the most important thing.
And I'm actually quite interested to see who will take Sundowns on next season. Who will be their coach? I know that they've always liked bringing up 1 or 2 players from development. I also like to see 1 or 2 more again next season. I think it's always nice to put in new energy into Sundowns. Tips for Sundowns is that, guys, don't lose your heads. Keep the heads on the shoulders and go. You can run with it. You really can.
Thanks for your time and insight, guys. That Thato really has a face for TV.